CNBC-TV18 presents Digital India Vision 7.0, powered by MasterCard. Ushering in India's Techade on 24th August 2022.
India's digital transformation gathered momentum with the launch of Digital India campaign that aimed at ensuring the country's citizens are connected through high-speed networks, thereby easing the lives of citizens through a robust digital ecosystem. Now, India is one of the largest and fastest growing digital consumer markets. As digital capabilities improve and connectivity becomes more ubiquitous, technology is poised to rapidly transform nearly every sector of India's economy. Network 18 has been at the forefront to highlight the success of Digital India's mission through its Digital India Vision initiative. Today on this, we have with us Dilip Sawhney, MD, Rockwell Automation, India. Dilip, thank you very much for joining in. A broad question to begin the conversation: what, according to you, is the one thing about the Digital India program that has transformed India's digital economy?
Listen, the short answer to me, I'll say vision and execution. You can say that it's probably two things, but let me explain where I'm coming from. I don't think there are too many nations that are out there that have a notion like the India stack, right? I think we started off with a very strong vision, and I think there was a little bit of a legacy to it. I'm probably connecting a couple of unconnected dots, but if you look at what mobile telephony did, it allowed us to take a generational leapfrog, right, over landlines, which required cables to be pulled. But the manner in which India took towards driving tele-density when mobile telephony actually occurred, a decade or a couple ago, was unprecedented. And I think we really pushed the envelope beyond by embracing digital to really, really drive the impact on, on the economy overall, right? It is, whether you talk about, leveraging digital, creating the digital infrastructure, envisioning, delivering, governance and services practically on demand, and really taking digital to every citizen, right? And, the data points, which is what I meant by execution, when you look around, are staggering, right? I don't know how many people in such a short time period have been able to really, have more than 1 lakh kilometers of, optical fiber cable laid across the country. And, we've taken, the manner in which we've connected, over 2.5 lakh gram panchayats, brought them into the ambit of digital, right? So I thought we started off having a very strong vision. We wanted to make that impact and see where we've come.
And now, private companies have also been big enablers of this Digital India vision, and you have taken the government's vision and mission to heart. Can you talk about some of the steps that you have taken at Rockwell Automation, which has brought about a positive contribution?
Oh, yeah. So, let me address this at two different levels, Rima. First and foremost, being the kind of organization that we are, we pride ourselves in being the largest organization that is dedicated to industrial automation and digital transformation. So Rockwell Automation is partnering with customers, across industry verticals, from consumer-facing industries, like I spoke about life sciences, pharmaceuticals, to food and beverage, to automotive, and that group of industries, to heavier industries which are more process-centric, like metals, mining, cement, etc. So, we are partnering with customers across the board in doing what? In actually enabling and empowering them to harness the power of technology to drive better outcomes for their business. You see, it's not that you can go out and just download an app from somewhere that you begin to get, different outcomes in your business. You have to practically rewire the way you go about, doing what you do as the act of manufacturing. You have to rewire your processes so you can actually exploit the power of technology, right? And we work with customers across all of these industries, across the country, so that they can get better outcomes. and they can overcome some of these challenges that I was previously talking about. So I think that's first and foremost, myself, my business leaders, they wake up in the morning, go to bed in the night, thinking about how we can make more investments so we are in a better position to partner with the customers in helping them achieve these better outcomes, in their manufacturing operations. The second thing is more directly the answer to the question that you put to me, right? This is basically what we as Rockwell are doing. Now, if we want to be trusted advisors for our customers who are undergoing the digital transformation journey, Rima, we have to be transforming ourselves first. We have to ready ourselves to have the right technology, the right domain expertise, and the right, shall we say, organization, right, which is available where our customers are, so that we can help them innovate, right? So there's just a lot of work which is going on. We feel that this is time for us to be much more relevant to our customers and their context. So we are innovating at every level. We've transformed our own organization, quite dramatically. And at the same time, we are making investments in our product platforms at an unprecedented pace. Specifically, India is playing a very, very important role, in terms of driving up the pace of innovation that's going on across the company. So we are playing a very, relevant, very significant role. We recently, just last month, we inaugurated a brand new software development center in Pune, right? And this center basically is going to enhance and accelerate the development and the evolution of many of our core software platforms, right? Which are around the manufacturing operations management area, right? That, and there are several other examples, manner in which we are not only, harnessing and tapping into the talent that India has, but really helping the company innovate at a much faster pace. So I don't know if I answered your question or not, but those are two thoughts that came to my mind.
And Dilip, a message on the initiative by CNBC-TV18 on this Digital India Vision 7.0 and the experiences witnessed over the last 7 years from inception of this Digital India mission?
Our experiences, I would say that it's been one of those moments of delight where you've seen something just go from concept to reality in such a short time period, right? There are always a lot of naysayers around, is this going to happen? Is this for real or not? And then you witness examples of the nature that I was just citing, internal and external validation. For me, that's a moment of delight. When I interact with customers these days, the question, and it's probably happened a much more accelerated way because of the pandemic, the question is not about should we be doing something around digital. The question really is, how can I really make it happen in my business, right? So people have really crossed that threshold, of is digital meant for them or not, right? And some of those things have been, conversations, moments of delight for me personally, right? Message, my message is, very delighted that you all are, shining a light on this, putting a spotlight here, 7.0 as you're calling it. I think it just at once reminds us of how far we've come along, but at the same time, there's an opportunity to just continue to move ahead, right? You got to take a pause, reflect, and then decide on what are the future possibilities. Those are some of the things that we're just not talking about, but I appreciate the fact that you all are creating a platform for this dialogue, these conversations to happen, because we cannot pause, we cannot hit a glass ceiling. If anything, we have to actually accelerate the pace of growth and adoption of these technologies if we have to punch above our weight, and if we have to really become, amongst the eventually the top 3 economies in the world.
We have been chronicling India's digital journey over the last 7 years. And Dilip, thank you for being a part of it. Thank you very much for your insights today.
Thank you so much for having me.
CNBC-TV18 presents Digital India Vision 7.0, powered by MasterCard, ushering in India's Tech Aid on 24th August 2022.